Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Super GT season, round 4 from Brands Hatch. This is race 1, the sprint race. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB Super GT Championship on GT Sport. This is round 4, the special event. We are taking a break from Japan and we have gone to Brands Hatch GP circuit for this special event. So the first race here is the sprint race. This is not a double points race, but the second race will be. Race 2 is a double points race. So we'll now take you to the grid. So here we are then, it is Neil Farmack on pole position, so a good pole position for Neil Farmack in the Lexus. Then it is Uncle in second with the Raybrig Honda. The Honda's looking quite strong round here, with Techno in third in the Lexus, and Jamo fourth in his Lexus, a decent qualifying for him as well. And then we've got, also Jamo, I should point out, is on 5th place weight, so 40 kilos on his car. Then we've got Keith and Stevie in the Raybrig Hondas. They make up row three. So good for them, good qualifying for both them cars. Red Bull in 7th in the second Automax Honda in 7th place. And then we've got Rodders in 8th. We've got Firepower in 9th place, decent one for him. Bidster in 10th, he's on 2nd place weight in the championship at the minute, so he's a bit further down. Seat 1 further down as well, he's running 3rd place weight in the championship. With Intrepid 12th, he's running 4th place weight in the championship. Blakeney just with a bit of a bad qualifying anyway. I don't think he got many laps in. Brad has had some trouble in qualifying as well. And we've got Darren Ells at the back, who is doing the covering for Cyrex. And unfortunately, he's obviously got the maximum weight on, and he's one whose debut races on here. So unfortunate for Darren. So let's get on with the race. So we've got Neil Farmack there, pole position. There's Uncle. There's Techno, so you can see it spreads out the field quite a way, because look, they go all the way underneath the bridge. So here they are, the cars start rolling, and we will get ready for the start in a moment. There's the Raybrig Honda of Keith, ready for the off. The cars will just weave a little bit, just get a bit of tyre temp in, and then we'll get control, and then we'll be going straight off. I would imagine any time now. Yep, there we go. We are off for the sprint race. 16 laps of Brands Hatch coming your way. So racing soft tyres only, everyone on the same compound, and through turn 1 we go. Paddock bend down to Druids. Keith looks like he got a decent start. He's trying to close upon Jamo already. Further back down the field we've got Firepower and Bidster together again. Through the first few corners he does spread them out a bit, but then we will get some cars closing up. Oh, we've already got a car off at the bottom of the hill. Techno's been off. Techno's off, he's right on the grass at the bottom of the hill, so he's keeping out of everyone's way, but Techno's gone right off in the Denso Cabelco Lexus, and now he's going to rejoin right at the back. He's making sure he's kept out of everyone's way. Good job by Techno, but unfortunately down to last place, 15th for him. Also we've got again no Will in this one. Will unfortunately couldn't make it in the second Zent Lexus, so again it's Jamo on his own. So it's not looking good for the team's championship for the Zent Lexus crew. So meanwhile Neil in the lead of the race, under pressure by Uncle in second. And we've got Keith and Stevie together in the 2 Raybrig Hondas. They're still quite close. Stevie's closing up to the back of Keith, who's they've both been given a place from Techno, because obviously Techno is off. Speaking of off the track, Firepower goes off there in 8th place, and Bidster comes under pressure, the reigning champion, from his teammate in the number 88 car, the second Calsonic car of seat 1. Meanwhile Firepower defends from Bidster into clearways, and through clearways they go, and Bidster will get a good run here, but again with the weight on the car he'll probably be able to draw alongside, but will not be able to get past there. You can see the weight kicking in as they come up to Paddock Hill Bend. Firepower resumes in front in 8th place as seat 1 comes under attack from Intrepid in the Lexus in 11th place. Firepower again defending the inside. He's got really good at this defending stuff, Firepower, and he's not letting many people through as Intrepid looks her way past the Calsonic car. There's slight wheel-to-wheel contact as they come down towards Graham Hill Bend, but luckily there's no major problem there. As we look at everyone else, we've got Stevie and Keith still quite close together in the Raybrig Hondas. They're trying to stick with Jamo in the Zent Lexus. Meanwhile Uncle and Neil Farmack at the front are getting away. So Neil Farmack in the lead, Uncle second, they're getting away. You can just see him in bottom of the picture there. Jamo, Keith, Stevie, Red Bull. Oh, Stevie goes wide onto the gravel though. He's gone wide, and massive tank slap at Red Bull. Take advantage now. He'll go on the inside as they come out of Westfield and then into the Sheen curve, and Red Bull goes ahead. into 5th place. Stevie down the position then after a tiny little mistake. That could have been a whole lot worse though, because that gravel track could have sucked him right in, but luckily it didn't, so he keeps going as he is. Meanwhile, Bidster still can't get past Firepower. Firepower putting up a good fight here. There's Bradders and Techno further back. Techno trying to resume his position, but he's not. He's got a bit of a way to do, a bit of a way to go up the field before he can do that. And there's Stevie and Red Bull together still. Out of Paddock Bend. We've got Stevie having a little look down the inside of Red Bull, but there's no way through. Intrepid dives past Seat 1 on the inside, and Seat 1 goes for the cut back on the inside out of the corner, but Intrepid has the inside line for Graham Hill Bend and holds on to and takes the 10th place. So up to 10th goes Intrepid then, as everyone else goes through McLaren and up the GP loop. Through the GP section now, down the fizz dip into Hawthorne at the bottom. We've got Westfield, the right-hander. There goes Red Bull over the curb, nicely done there from Red Bull. Stevie looking like he's trying to close on Red Bull here, but he's got to watch out for Rodders behind. He's not too far behind as they go catching the curb there on the inside. There's Intrepid, he's following he's ahead of Seat 1. There's Blake in 12th place with Bradders behind and Techno as well, so a bit calmer of this race compared to most this season, but I'm sure it'll start spicing up soon, especially with Keith closing up to the back of Jamo and Stevie closing up to the back of Red Bull into Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, Stevie massively on the curb on the inside, trying to use all the track and a bit more, and we know what Stevie's like for his quite ambitious overtakes, and always provide some good action to watch when watching Stevie race. There's always something happening when he's around. Have to come out of Paddock Hill Bend. Bidster and Firepower still together. Bidster cannot find a way past the craft sports car of Firepower. Further back, Techno still can't find a way past Bradders. So as you come down the GP loop, then down the hill towards Hawthorne, still Jamo in 3rd, and everyone's still resuming the same positions. And it's all about who's going to outpace who here, and all about consistency, making the least mistakes is going to be the main factor in this race, I think, with Brands Hatch. It is not necessarily an overtaking circuit, it's more of a keep up the pace and consistent circuit. So if you lose pace, then you've lost it altogether, as Darren Ellis struggling with the weight on that car. He's in the craft sports car, just took a white livery, just quickly made it, and he's running around in 15th. Not a bad show for all the weight on. Still, he's not too far behind the leaders, and remember, he's quite new to GT Sport as well. First time on the game with us. There's Keith starting to come under pressure now from Red Bull. Keith's sort of losing touch with Jamo a little bit, and now he's sort of got to start watching his mirrors a bit more, because that orange Honda behind him is getting bigger and bigger in the mirrors, and there's nothing Stevie can do about it at the minute. Looks like Red Bull's got some decent pace at the minute. He has a tiny little look up the inside, but Keith is wise to that and just covers the inside slightly, making sure there's no door left open as they go up the hill and then down the dip and into Hawthorne. Round the very fast Hawthorne right-hander, the 130 mile an hour, 125 mile an hour plus in these cars. Absolutely brilliant speed with these Super GT cars. Remember, they are the same spec as modern DTM cars, or should I say DTM take their spec from Super GT cars now, should I say. Red Bull having a little look up the inside into Surtees there, no way through, as Stevie now will take advantage of the loss of speed by Red Bull, and he'll try and go around the outside of him into clearways, but that's going to have to be a brave move if he does that, and he's not able to do it. But that gives Keith a little bit more breathing room now, and he can have a look at attacking Jamo again. But Stevie's going to have a look at attacking Red Bull here in towards Paddock Hill Bend. And again, Stevie's taking a lot more of the corner on the inside. Red Bull moving across to defend. Stevie's already in there, out and on the brakes, trying to outbrake Red Bull, as Red Bull tried to keep it around the outside for the way out of the corner, but Stevie gets through. 5th place is Stevie's, and now he's going to try and close up to his teammate and see what he can do there. Further back, Bidster still can't find his way past Firepower. A good race here between Firepower and Bidster. Further back, Firepower covering the inside and doing everything he needs to do to try and keep Bidster behind. doing a really good show here, showing that he can tussle with the best of them. He might not have the overall pace in other championships, Firepower, but in this one, he's definitely getting on with that Nissan quite well, and he's doing a fantastic job here, keeping back. Bidster's right on his tail, putting some really big pressure on him now. And the Calsonic car over the curb. Remember, Bidster's running second place weight, 160 kilos in this, so he's still got some weight to him. And not doing too bad so far, but I would imagine the tyres will probably not last too much, last as long as Firepower's. We'll have to see as the race goes on. Meanwhile, up front, it is Neil Farmack pulling away at the front of the field. It is Uncle in second place, and it looks like the Honda's tyres are looking a lot better than the Lexus's tyres, especially the fronts. And the rears are about the same, so looks like Uncle towards the end of the race could have the tyre advantage, so we'll have to watch if that gap closes down. There's Jamo in third place with Keith in fourth. Still putting some pressure on Jamo here, but can't quite do much to try and sort of put a move on him. He can't really, he's putting pressure on, but he just can't get close enough to execute a move or to get close enough to even attempt to move at the minute. There goes Stevie. Firepower and Bidster out of Grey Mill Bend, and Bidster looking for a weight past on the inside, but no, again, can't get the run out the corner. That weight is really holding him back here, as seat one goes very deep into McLaren, and that's not going to help him to get a good run up the hill. Further back, we've got Techno's finally past Bradders, and now he's attacking Blake for 12th position as they go down to Hawthorne at the bottom. Blakeney just defends the inside slightly, just moves his car to the centre of the track just to make sure that Techno doesn't really have any way through, but now he goes to the inside of Westfield, down the inside of Westfield, but no, again, no way through. Blakeney takes the line on the outside and takes the overspeed and holds the place. So good racing in this one, good top class sim racing in this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're enjoying the content so far. It'd be good to get some more subscribers and more people liking the videos, because then we can get more people watching this brilliant racing here, and the coverage by LPB Racing as well. Meanwhile, Neil Farmack's 117.5 last time round, 117.5 for Uncle. Looks like Uncle's nursing the tyres, just trying to make sure he's got some better tyres towards the end, but we'll see how we go later on as we go into the race. Jamo looking like he's closing on Uncle a bit there. He took 2/10 out of him last time round, and Keeves took a bit of time out of both of them. 17.4 for him. So Keith then the fastest of the front runners on track. Red Bull back in the 18s now, and Stevie's gone back to 7th, so Stevie's been passed by Rodders. So Stevie then goes down. He did a 120 on lap 6, that's not helped him, whereas Rodders did a 117, so there's been a swap there. And Firepower in 8th place, still ahead of Bidster in 9th. Absolutely no way through for Bidster in this one in the Calsonic car. Just can't seem to get a gel with the car with the weight on. And not doing bad to say he's got the weight on, I suppose, but Intrepid there in 10th place and seat 1 in 11th. Again, they're running 4th place weight for Intrepid, 3rd place weight for seat 1. So the weight runners balanced out near the back of the pack. But again, once we make it 100 kilos next season, it should make things a lot more competitive if you've got weight on. So Red Bull and Rodders then. It looks like Rodders is actually catching Red Bull 5th place there as Red Bull goes wide at Paddock Hill Bend. It looks like he's just losing that front end grip slightly, and the Motor Tech Nissan closes up to the back of the Autobacks Honda. Oh, a massive twitch for Rodders out of Druids there as well, so shows you that he's actually pushing. So the number 69 car of Rodders closing on the number 5 car of Red Bull, and number 56 Stevie. Sorry, it says 56. Sorry, it should be 18. It should be 89 on that car. I think it says it on the side. Yes, it does. It just it's still got Keith's number at the top from who made the delivery. So forgot about that. But Bidster again attacking Firepower here. Good race between these two. Can Bidster get past Firepower again? Defending the inside. Bidster is left with no way through. Firepower holds on, and he's had 9 laps to get past him, and he still can't do it. Firepower putting up the defence of the race here against Bidster. Constant battle between these two. Phenomenal stuff. And also Intrepid and seat 1 are looking quite close as well. As far Firepower, I've jinxed it. Commentator's curse goes wide. Bidster goes through, and now Firepower's going to try and get back past him. And but unlucky for Firepower there. Typical commentator's curse. And then he gets the place taken off him by Bidster after going wide. Intrepid with a little penalty there, but luckily holds off. And seat 1 then, he could have passed him there, but didn't look like he wanted to jump at the gun there. Techno in 12th place, doing 17.1s now, so he's really pushing now in that car. He's trying to get back up the field after the after the incident on the first lap. We've not got the first half of the race replays in, but I think we'll go to the end of the race now, guys, because it's been quite a steady race, so we'll go straight to the end on this one, and then we'll get all the replays in en masse at the end for you. So Neil Farmack has been caught by Uncle. Uncle's right behind him now. It was a 2 or 3 second gap, and now it is less than, well, you can see it there. You could put a sheet of plywood between them. So through Sheen, sorry guys, taking a drink. So through Sheen, and then out of the corner there goes Neil Farmack with Uncle in second. Jamo closing in third. He's not closing up fast enough though to make an impact into first or second place. Oh, Stevie has a massive slide out of the corner. Rodders is obviously Stevie's passed Rodders back. Rodders must have made a mistake somewhere. 119 on the previous lap for Rodders, and looks like Stevie making one there. So it looks like they're making mistakes. They're going to and fro making mistakes, which is not going to help them. But meanwhile, Bidster 8th, Firepower 9th, Intrepid 10th, the Seat 1 11th, and Techno having a look now for 11th places on the inside into Paddock Bend. On the inside, the Denzel Cabelco. Lexus has a massive slide, almost makes contact with the Calsonic Nissan. Seat 1 avoids him, but Techno still keeps fighting up the inside and goes through for 11th place. Seat 1 gives me a little nudge to say, hey, how dare you take that place off me? I've been fighting Intrepid all race for this, and then you come and spoil the party. But Intrepid then now has got to try and pull away from his teammate, but looks like his teammate's on a bit of a charge here, so we'll have to see what the teammates do about this. And Intrepid goes very wide there, very, very wide for Intrepid, and that could open the door for Techno to go through, unless he gives him a push or stays behind him. But looks like Intrepid he's letting Techno through. So Intrepid lets Techno through. He knows he's got pace to get more position, so good teamwork there by the two Denso cars, unlike last time at Autopolis, where Intrepid held Techno up for quite a lot of the race and probably cost them a lot of team points. But, oh, we've got a car up ahead, yellow flags ahead. Red Bull's gone off at Sheen. He's rejoining quickly to the inside. He's quickly trying to get going in that little gap, and sensible rejoin there, and ish. But he needed a gap, and he got it, as we've now go down to clearways. But Red Bull there with a spin. Again, we'll get that clarified at the end of the race for you. But Red Bull now 7th, and Bidster with someone to chase. Firepower's got Techno behind him now. Techno's left. Intrepid is straight on the back of Firepower now. The race is starting to heat up. We're in the last third of the race, and it is really starting to heat up here as Techno has a look past Firepower, but there's a little bit of a twitch from both cars, and both can't get past. Bidster's attacking Red Bull. Bidster's got something to sink his teeth into, and the name is Red Bull. Trying to do it, but Red Bull will probably pull away with the weight difference, but we'll have to see how that goes. But oh, he'll not do it if he does that, because Red Bull massively on the grass there on the exit, and he's got to watch them track limits. I'm sure Bidster will be on the radio saying just watch out for your track limits, mate. Just be careful. So, but Stevie then with Rodders right behind him. Stevie and Rodders having a nice little battle now for 5th place. Let's check on the leaders. It's Uncle in the lead. Neil's down to 4th. I'm not sure how long that's been going there. If you've spotted it before I have, then I'm sorry, but we'll get that in the replays at the end, because mainly for my own sake, I missed it. But looks like Neil has had a troublesome lap, a 1:25 on lap 11, so he must have had a major off somewhere. Neil Farmack loses the lead of the race, and Uncle takes it. Uncle in the lead then on lap 13. Jamo in second, and Jamo is closing now. Unless he's saving his tyres to near the end, but actually Uncle has actually got better tyres than Jamo in this one, which is very rare, because Jamo's usually got the best tyres of the whole field. As there's an accident further back, Red Bull's off, and there's another car involved in that as well. I think it's Intrepid as he rejoins, and boing, Stevie goes off as well. Stevie's spun round as well. Oh, it's all happened in the last couple of minutes. So sorry for missing all that, guys. I didn't, obviously looking at other stuff and talking about other stuff, and while we're watching one thing, another 3 things happen. So it's like waiting for a bus. You wait for one, then all of a sudden 2 or 3 appear at once. So sorry for missing that action, guys, but again we'll get that clarified in replays at the end for you. But the order has changed, so we've got Uncle in the lead of the race with Jamo closing on him in 2nd place. We've got Keith in 3rd, a solid 3rd, podium place for the Raybrick Honda, and they've had an update to the there's been a game update when we were at the last round, and it seems to have helped the mid-engine cars with the handling, and I think it's really helped a lot of them, because obviously the Honda now looks like a much more stable car to drive. And Jamo now actually takes the lead from Uncle. Jamo takes the lead from Uncle. Again, we missed another one. I am trying, guys, I'm sorry, I am trying, but Jamo does take the lead from Uncle then. That must have been some kind of track limit penalty to go to lose the lead suddenly like that, or some kind of minor mistake from Uncle, because they weren't too far apart. So Jamo takes the lead, Uncle second, and we'll get through the order. Keith third, Neil Farmack is down in fourth now, the tyres are just finished on that car. Rodders in fifth, with Bidster now up to sixth place. Firepower in seventh, with Techno in eighth, and Seat 1 looking down the inside for eighth place, but now can't quite get past just yet. And Techno having a nice little recovery here from dropping to 14th, or 15th, should I say, dropping to 15th, and then all the way now back up to 8th place. A good recovery drive by Techno there. Seat 1 9th, Red Bull 10th, Stevie down in 11th, Intrepid down in 12th. Blaney having a horrible race in 13th. Brad is right behind him, wanted to take 13th, and then Darren Ells at the back, really struggling to get used to this car, especially with the weight on it. He has been sort of chucked in the deep end, and I think he's about to get lapped by the leader, Jamo, who is just coming through Surtees down towards Clearways. So he's pulling away from Uncle now. So Jamo, the most consistent driver probably in LPB Racing pace-wise, and doing a good cracking job here. So the Zent Lexus, the one and only Zent Lexus in the race, goes across the line with Uncle in second. We've got Keith in third, Neil Farmack fourth, and then further up we've got Firepower, Techno and Seat 1, all very close together. So have you had a drink there, guys? Having a drink. Got up to Paddock Bend. Firepower on the outside, he's running wide. Techno's looking down the inside. Seat 1 has a massive slide as well, and we go up towards Druids. Firepower on the outside goes very, very wide, opens the door wide open, and Techno and Seat 1 go straight through. So Firepower there leaving the door wide open with an open invitation. There you go, having position. And Firepower down to 9th place now. He's got to watch Red Bull, who might be on a charge behind him as well. So this race not done yet. Definitely still places to fight for. There's Jamo in the lead, then Uncle second, and then we've got, I think Darren Ells has been lapped already, I think. Yeah, he's down in, yeah, there he is. He's already just coming to Westfield and just going off the track because the front left tyre on that car is absolutely finished. So with the weight on and everything and being chucked in that car last minute as well. Good job for doing it, but unlucky for the lack of pace because of the weight on the car. Let's Rodders go through there. Good awareness. So now, final lap of this race, lap 16 of 16, and Jamo just needs to bring it home for the win. But Uncle is on a last few lap push here. 1:19.1 for Jamo last time round, and a 1:18.3 for Uncle. So Uncle's on a massive charge here. We could see a fight for the lead in the last few corners if he can keep up this pace, and if Jamo can't respond. Keith in third with Neil Farmack in fourth still. Further back we've got Bidster and Techno fighting it out. Techno's past Bidster, but Bidster he'll have a look to try and get through, but now they're coming up on traffic. They've got Darren that they're approaching now. There he is in 15th. Techno will be the first on him. I would imagine Darren will let him go on this straight to save any issue, and he does. He slows right down, lets all three of them through. Probably going to let a few more through while he's at it as well. As he does, he lets Firepower through and Red Bull. So good job by Darren there, good awareness. Techno and then in 6th place. Bidster now under pressure from his teammate. So will Bidster and Seat 1 fight it out, or will will Bidster concede to the lighter car of Seat 1? And we don't know. We'll have to see. But Jamo then out of Surtees down towards Clearways, the last corner. Sorry, Sterling's been saying that corner wrong all the race. Sorry, guys. But here we go. Jamo's about to win the race. Jamo wins race 1 here at Brands Hatch. Well done to Jamo. Uncle in 2nd place. A valiant effort by both drivers and very good for Jamo. Keith gets on the podium. First podium of the season for Keith. 3rd place in the Raybrigg Honda. Neil Farmack 4th in the Wakos Lexus with the tyres going off. Jamo, so it's Rodders in 5th. Techno in 6th. I must excuse my mistakes, guys. Seat 1 7th. Bidster must have let him go, so to get more points for himself. So well done to them. Firepower an excellent 9th place, and unlucky he couldn't hold off Bidster and those others. Red Bull 10th. Intrepid and Stevie are not finished though, because Intrepid just gets 11th from Stevie. I think that was the last corner pass as well. Again, we'll get that in the replays at the end for you as well. And then we've got Bradders 13th and Blake in 14th there, with Darren being lapped. So, brilliant race there. Sorry for missing a lot of the action there, guys, but I will try and my hardest in the future to try and get a few more in for you. But now we will go to the replays of the race, followed by the results. And now here are the replays from race 1. Okay, here's the first of the replays then. We're going back to lap 1 now. On board with Jamo, going up to Druids. Watch Techno's car ahead. We're going to go out of the corner. And Techno runs quite a little bit wide. The back left wheel catches the curve. It just catapults him to the other side of the track. And then he stays all the way on the grass before he rejoins. So he's just being nice and steady, making sure everyone avoids him because they're all quite packed together. And Techno unfortunately rejoins in 15th. And now here's a replay of something that happened to Stevie on lap 6 of the race. So we're going down towards Clearways. Watch here, he just brakes into the corner. See, he caught a bit of grass just with the rear wheel as he braked, and it let him off into the gravel, and he gets going again, but he's lost places and down to 7th. Here's a replay of some action on lap 10 then. So Stevie, he's trying to get past Rodders here. He's been behind him for quite a few laps, and see there, they're going into the McLaren corner, and Stevie gets a nice inside line. Rodders runs wide, runs out of track. He has to lift off in order to avoid the gravel trap, and goes down to 7th. Now here's a replay of how the lead changed then on lap 11. So Neil Farmack's in front of Uncle, but Uncle now is right behind him, pressuring the Lexus in front of him, and he gets a good run out of Westfield. And watch him go down here. Uncle's on the inside line, but watch this. See, Uncle then goes across, he goes on the grass and goes across and sort of pushes Neil Farmack off the track, and Neil Farmack's left to go through the gravel and then rejoins back down in 4th, but he'll be absolutely livid about that, and that'll be under investigation for definite. And then we see Red Bull spin, but we'll get another replay on Red Bull spin in a moment. And now here's a replay of Red Bull spin. So he goes into the Sheen corner, and he just goes too wide, catches the grass, and round goes the back end, and no grip for the rear wheels, and round he goes. Then he has to sort of wait for a bit of a gap. Then he quickly rejoins in a gap, but then so he goes to the inside of the track, tries to avoid Bidster, and he holds him up a little bit, but it's about as safe as you can get, really. And now here's a replay from onboard Neil Farmack with his onboard view of what happened to him. So see, going down here, Uncle just comes across, bang, hits him and takes Neil Farmack off the track. So I would imagine there'll be some kind of penalty there for Uncle in that race. And now we go to a replay on lap 12 of Stevie's demise down to the bottom of the pack. So watch here, we go into Sheen, then he catches the grass just there, and the back end spins out, and he can't recover that. He was quick on the reactions though to slide the car, but he just didn't do it. The trajectory of the car was just spinning too quick, and he couldn't recover it in time. So he's back down to 12. And then just after Stevie's incident, this happens. He goes into Clearways. Red Bull just goes too wide, he hits the gravel, he's off at the top of the screen there, and he's now, and then Firepower and Techno go side by side, and Red Bull rejoins just as Intrepid loses it on his own as well. But we'll get a separate replay on Intrepid. And now here's a look at what happened to Intrepid just behind there. So Red Bull's going to go off in front now. Watch Intrepid, goes through the corner, just runs it, just gets on the power too early, crutches the grass and round, hits the pit lane exit wall, and Seat 1 was looking to avoid him there, gets back onto the grass and rejoins just as Stevie's going past with a little glance, but gets going. And now here's a replay of how Jamo took the lead. Uncle goes into Sheen, too hot, and goes into the grass, onto the gravel, and Jamo just sails past and takes the lead of the race. And while there was a pass for the lead, this happened to Blake, so he catches the dust there, and then goes into McLaren just too far to the inside and too hot in, and catches the gravel and just loses a load of time, and Bradders can sniff an opportunity. And now here's the final replay of the race, some last lap drama with Stevie and Intrepid. So watch here, Stevie slides his way through Westfield, and Intrepid goes round the outside of him, but Stevie gets on the power again and down towards Sheen. We go into the corner, and Intrepid then runs in too hot and goes on the grass as Darren Ells further on. He's trying to get off the grass himself. Intrepid goes across the other side of the track. Stevie goes straight through the middle of both cars, and now down to the last corner. Stevie is ahead, but Intrepid has got other ideas, because he now goes round the outside. There's a little bit of contact initially, but then Intrepid powers round the outside of Stevie, and as they emerge from the last corner, Intrepid takes 11th with Stevie trying to barge back at him. But a brilliant last lap battle between them two. That was the replays from the sprint race, and now we go to the results. So it is Jamo who takes victory. Well done to Jamo in the Zent Lexus, with Uncle second place in the Automax Honda. Third for Keith in the Raybrick Honda, finally getting a good break in that car, with Neil Farmack in fourth place, with Rodders in fifth. Techno finishes in sixth in the Lexus, with Seek 1 seventh, and his teammate Bidster behind him in the second Calsonic car in eighth place. As we go over the page, Firepower in ninth place after a good battle with Bidster, with Red Bull in 10th. Intrepid is 11th, with Stevie down in 12th. Bradders in 13th place. Blakeney finishes down in 14th, and Darren finishes at the back in 15th position. Neil Farmack fastest lap of the race, 1:16.6. So as we come back from that then, your winner is Jamo there in the Zent Lexus. Very well done there to Jamo. A fantastic win for the number 98 car, and that'll help him in the championship. So we will see you guys next time for race 2, which will be the endurance race, and that will be double points for that race. So we'll see you for that one, guys. Take care. Thank you for watching race 1, the sprint race from Brands Hatch. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to LPB Racing channel as well for more content on our channel. Next time it's going to be the endurance race from Brands Hatch. More action coming your way, and we'll see you for that one. Take care, everyone.